from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Some federal money coming to Henrico for transportation projects. We'll tell you about it in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. It's brought to you today by the law firm of Barnes & Deal.
And now for the news.
Henrico County will receive $6.275 million to help fund a new road extension in Glen Allen and bus stop shelters. That's because President Joe Biden recently signed into legislation a community project funding request from U.S. Representative Abigail Spanberger of Virginia's 7th District. That will include $5 million to support the Lambert Way Woodman Road extension and also $1.275 million for construction of new bus shelters at a number of GRTC bus stops in the county. The projects were among 10 that Spanberger proposed and secured through the CPF program, which allows members of Congress to propose funds for local projects that have local government support within their districts. The Lambert Way Woodman Road extension will allow the creation of a second access point there to Glover Park, which will be directly tied to I-295 and Route 1. The money for bus shelters and benches will help fund the installation of shelters at approximately 31 transit stops in the county and benches for about 50 more stops, as well as installation of concrete pads, access for disabled people, and trash receptacles. Sad news as a pedestrian was struck and killed by a pickup truck in Henrico on New Year's Day. It happened just after 11 p.m. at the intersection of Staples Mill Road and Old Staples Mill Road. The man was struck there and pronounced dead at the scene by Henrico fire personnel. Shortly after they arrived, the driver of the vehicle stopped and waited for authorities, also cooperated with the investigation. Well, just before the turn of the year, another case of a gun being stopped at a checkpoint at Richmond International Airport. It was the 24th time that it happened last year. That was a new record. December 28th is when this occurred. A Hampton man was cited for bringing a .38 caliber handgun loaded with 7 bullets, including one in the chamber, to the checkpoint. Candidates for the Democratic nomination in the newly drawn 57th House of Delegates district will join for a debate on January 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Sarah Dooley Center for Autism at St. Joseph's Villa on Brook Road. The two candidates who have announced for the party's nomination are Bob Shippey and Susanna Gibson. The district covers parts of western Henrico and Goochland. It's considered a toss-up in the general election. The debate is being sponsored by Our Seat at the Table, a podcast. For details about the event, you can visit our website, henricocitizen.com, and look for this article. The Henrico Division of Police has opened a new soft interview room for survivors of sexual assault. It's all in partnership with the nonprofit project Beloved, the Molly Jane mission. That organization focuses on empowering sexual assault survivors. It works to provide them with resources to help through the process of finding justice. Soft interview rooms are a component of trauma-informed care that are designed to allow survivors to feel safe and comfortable when talking to law enforcement about the incident that occurred. The room features 3 chairs, one for a law enforcement officer, one for a survivor, and one that may be used by a second officer or an advocate for the survivor. The rooms are softly lit and feature photographs taken by a sexual assault victim who was an amateur photographer. Henrico's new room is the 58th such room that Project Beloved has installed in the U.S. and the 3rd in Virginia. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Barnes & Deal. Barnes & Deal has emerged as a highly respected family law firm over the past 3 decades with the resources, skills, and experience necessary to handle high-asset divorces and other complex family law matters across Virginia. To learn more, visit barnesfamilylaw.com, that's B-A-R-N-E-S, or call 796-1000.